If cilantro tastes like crap to you,
I did, because Brittany has that
you
sensitivity.
have heavy metals in your body.
Brittany does, yeah. So if you eat cilantro and it tastes like metal, or it has like that
Detergent
taste,
Yeah.
then you have heavy metals.
But
That's crazy.
But it's also a gene thing.
Is it?
As much as we love to hate on the New York Times, the New York Times did a study, I think years ago, that said it's literally your genetics as to if you do or don't like. There's a gene that's enabled. And if you have it enabled, cilantro tastes like amazing to you. If you don't have that gene enabled, it tastes like detergent.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's interesting.
But I'm interested in the heavy metal detox thing.
Yeah.
Heavy metals like mercury and lead sneak into our food and water sources, and they build up in our bodies over time, and they can cause chronic diseases, inflammation. But there's a way that we could detox, and we could detox through things like cilantro and chlorella and clean water and saunas and chelation therapy. When you eat cilantro, does it taste like metal or does it taste good? Drop a comment. Like my wife, when she tastes cilantro, she said it tastes like metal. It tastes like blood. Like it tastes like detergent, soap. I've heard all these different things, but she cannot stand cilantro.
And it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Right? Whether or not you like, because cilantro's a love or hate thing.
Yeah.
It always has been. And for me, first time I went to Chipotle, we had Qdoba where I'm from when I was in high school. And we would always go to Qdoba and they just had the white rice. First time I went to Chipotle,
Cilantro.
they had those little bits of cilantro. And I was like, their rice tastes so bad. I can't even and you have this burrito with all this other garbage in it, right? But there was something about it. I
Brittany
couldn't,
cannot
and
eat
I
it.
figured out what it was. It was cilantro. So the smallest amount of cilantro ruins the dish.
Yeah, like
That
there's
is so
certain
interesting.
restaurants that we can go to, and she's like, I can't eat that salsa because it's got cilantro in it.
Wow.
And it's the tiniest amount.
It is, dude. It is. And she'll like gag, but it's heavy metals is a thing where you're just like, what? How does it get into our food? Well, pretty easy. I mean, the cookware, the utensils, ovens, commercial grade industrial ovens, when you go to these restaurants and you're eating, and this is all penetrating the food. And then also too, we were talking about this earlier, but it's in our soil. So even you're eating grass-fed, natural, high-quality food, it's going to be there.
It's very hard
it's gonna
to
be coffee,
eliminate.
chocolate,
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of chocolate, you got Saladino's Lineage AB protein.
Yeah.
Chocolate. What kind of disclaimer did it have on the side?
It has the California, 65 or 95?
Whatever the
What
prop is that
prop
says
is?
contains lead.
Yeah. That's something that freaks you out. You're like,
is.
well, dude, what? No. And then it's got the freaking sticker on there.
I had this issue with heavy metals firsthand. When I was on the carnivore diet, I was strictly water, beef, salt. And then I was like, I feel pretty good. I'm going to get a little looser. I started buying 100% raw cacao from Tom Thumb, organic, and I would melt it down and I would add some coconut sugar and some pecans or something. And then I would put it in the freezer and make these little like turtle shells.
Oh, cool.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
But my joints, after sitting for long periods of time, would ache so bad I couldn't believe it. The day I stopped eating the chocolates, the joint pain went away like it was never there.
What was that all about?
The heavy metals in the chocolate.
I do think that there is an element to where this stuff is creating some immune response inside of us. Yeah. At what point is it doing more harm than good? You could easily make the argument that heavy metals are doing much more harm in as much as we are consuming them right now than they are good.
Yeah, it's probably trace amounts. We can't escape this.
Yeah.
But if you just strengthen your terrain and your immune system, then you're going to have to,
but I think Hugh Chocolate Bars just lost a major lawsuit because they have a significant amount of lead in their chocolate and didn't disclose it. And somebody sued them. And I think they won millions of dollars.
I wonder where they were sourcing their chocolate from. Does it say? It has to.
Well, I think most of it comes from Peru.
Yeah.
Peru's like one of the biggest.
So they just weren't testing.
No, I don't know if they were. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
And that's why Lineage is so good, is because they third-party test for mycotoxins, mold, metal.
This says lawsuit allegations: the Hugh Simple Dark Chocolate 70% cacao bar contained more than double the maximum allowable dose level of lead under California's Prop 65. double the maximum allowable. And then I went and just pulled up for our city that we live in, the EWG tap water database. Bromochloroacetic acid, 349 times the EWG's health guideline. That's in our tap water. Chlorate, 2.5 times. Chloroform, 26 times. Dibromoacetic acid, all these potential effects are cancer. Chromium, I think chromium to an extent is okay for you. But nitrates, 2.3 times the limit. So it's crazy that, I mean, this is in the water. This is in the tap water that goes through serious treatment.
Man, I'll say this too. I think a great way of eliminating heavy metals in the body is through sauna use and chelation therapy. Those are two super, super effective ways of getting that junk out of you. So check into that.
And that process isn't that long, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
chelation and saunas, a couple months.
Yeah, I think it depends on exactly how intense it is. Yeah. But yeah, I think so. I mean, nothing crazy for sure.
Everybody, thank you so much for your support. If you would like to continue to help us, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so when we drop new content, you could be the first to get notified. If you want to watch this episode in full, click here, or for more content, click here.
We love you guys.